It's Kevin Buckner, live here at the Improv. Give him a big hand, folks.
Thank you. Good crowd. I love it. Hey, please.
They love you. They love
Somebody
you.
better. Thank you. Save it for later. Save it for later. Okay, I'll take a bell. Hell, Mama Sports. Thank you. Hello, Knoxville. Oh, thank you for that mediocre welcome. It's great to be here in Knoxville, in the middle of Big Orange Country. How about them balls, honey? Yes. They give a new meaning to the word tight end, don't they? Yes, those of you who don't know, I am a gay comic. Hence the name Horny. Now, I'm going to tell you about a friend of mine, well, it should be an ex-friend of mine, who lived in Knoxville a couple of years ago. He gave the phrase Big Orange a new meaning, only because his hair was piled about this high and was colored orange. I swear to God, it looked like a piece of the fucking Berlin Wall. All was graffiti on it, you know? Jesus. It was like an early Buffon, you know? Kind of like a low-rise. You know, it made the Whittle building look really in comparison. Oh, the cat's name was Tracy. And you know what Tracy is? It's a name that could go both ways. God knows he couldn't go both ways. You know, he's the kind who would stick a knife in your back and swear it was up your ass. Talking about ass, God help us. He had an ass on him, swear to God. His jeans weren't chic, they weren't Gitano, they weren't Levi. Yeah, you know, all the good ones. First guy I've ever known whose blue jeans would be wide load. And they were this fucking big. Jesus. Walk behind was like walking behind a Goodyear blimp, you know, just horizontal. Jesus Christ. Oh, and speaking of Christ, let's get that out of the way real quick. He was one of these born-again Christians. You know, everything, don't dare make fun of his religion, honey. Don't touch that child's religion. He'll crucify you. He could do it, too. He had the hairpins right through your hands, you know. Hairpins, hair, God. I can't get over his hair. I came home one day from work. This is a true story. His hair was as orange as a Vols football jersey. Swear to God, it was as orange as fucking football jersey. And it was about as big as a linebacker, you know. Of course, so his ego was about as broad as a linebacker, too. You know, Tracy, God love him because God knows nobody else will. Nobody will have him. He has this problem with his ego, and it just keeps piling up, kind of like his hair. You know, I keep going back to his hair. It's the biggest thing about him is visible. Can't see his ego, but look at his ass and you get the general idea. Tracy has this fantasy that he's another John Holmes. He's more like Sherlock Holmes. And why he thinks he's John Holmes is a mystery to me. It's a mystery to Sherlock Holmes too, but he wouldn't touch it. Nobody would touch it. Especially if it's on Tracy. You know, I mean, I want to say Tracy's ugly, you know, but how many of you have ever seen... because it's too good to be true. It's true. How many of you have ever seen Tammy Faye Baker without makeup? Remember that was the Inquirer, what, a couple of years ago? The Inquirer star one of these True Blue magazines, the kind Queens love to sit and read while they're watching All My Children and General Days of Our Lives and la-da-da-da-da. I mean, Queens love soap operas. They love them. They love to sit there and imagine the love story is theirs. You know, they're with this big, huge stud, tennis pro, what have you. And the neighbor's sitting by going, sure, honey, in your dreams, and only in your dreams. I mean, Tracy had a crush on this guy in General Hospital. He used to play Rick Weber's brother, but he went on to play MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson. Now, I don't know what Tracy saw in the guy personally. I mean, what is he? He's got a face, long hair, blue jeans. Maybe that's blue jeans. He wears blue jeans, Tracy goes with. I swear to God, he goes with anything with blue jeans. As long as it's 6 foot or better and has the three major requirements. Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. Oh, listen, you turn him loose in the mall? God help you. Don't get near him. He's in the mall, honey. Don't get him in a clothing store. The kid's a clothes horse. Or is that clothes whore? You know? Yeah, he's a whore. He's a fucking slut. He's had his legs more time in the air than Baryshnikov. God knows. Have you ever seen him in action? Forget it. He had a habit of cruising the mall. He knew where all the cruising places were. This department store, that department store, the food court, the video arcade, you know. He tried to pick up a 10-year-old once. Cute, gorgeous kid. Tracy tried to pick him up, gave him hard candy. That was all Tracy could give him that was hard. you know Tracy. He just, I don't know, Tracy just can't get it together. Either here or, you know, down there. Of course, he's never had it together in either place really much. He was in a cycle ward once. And I can't think of a better place for him outside of maybe a nunnery. At least there he'd have some girls to talk to. Psycho ward, what do he have to talk to besides the shrink? Shrink's something he'll never do. Except maybe between this ear and this ear. God knows that's something else. The kid's got an IQ of an artichoke. Actually, half an artichoke. Okay, so we don't have any fruit fans in the house, I'm sorry. Pardon. You don't get a joke, but I get last for clearing my sinuses. Good crowd, really on its toes. Tracy loved to sit. He loved to sit and watch soap operas. He would sit for hours just daydreaming, looking right straight ahead like a deer in headlights, you know, like this, one of these numbers. And I always thought that he'd make a great movie star because he never got up from that position. He would never move. He would become just totally part of the action. I always thought he'd make a great lead for a recent movie. It'd be called Driving Miss Lazy. Oh, child, let me tell you, the whore was lazy. She wouldn't get off her fat ass for anything. Except maybe Richard Dean Anderson, Richard Gere, you know, this sort of thing. That he'd get up for. God knows he couldn't get it up very often. I don't think anybody want him to get it up. Tracy gives a new meaning to the word ugly. Oh, pardon me. It's Tracy talking back. I had pizza for dinner. Which sometimes it describes Tracy's face. Pizza. Just cheese, you know? Very cheesy. And I think sometimes he did use a tomato base. God knows he couldn't get any other kind of base. First or otherwise. Okay. I know it's bad. You don't have to tell me in the back row. I see you back there, honey. Yeah, I see you back there. Did your girlfriend with you, or did you bring your boyfriend with you? Oh, neither. Okay. Oh, your mother? Hi, Ma. You see where your boy is tonight? Yeah, he spends a lot of time here, I understand. He tips the waiters real well. Okay, right, sure. Tracy Bethune, oh yes. Sounds almost like buffoon. God knows he's made enough people laugh in this country, or this city rather. Seriously, have you ever heard his whine? Where are all the guys? That's where he thinks somebody loves him. You know what? He's right. He goes to bed with the guy, it's like, you want me to... You mean... Oh, God, he could depress a man. You know what I'm trying to say, don't you, kids? Yeah. You're a hip crowd for a Tuesday night. Or is it Wednesday night? Wednesday night, okay. Which means there's no football game this weekend, is there? Yeah, Tracy'd love to be in the huddle. He'd love to be the huddle. He'd love to be the water boy, the towel boy, the ball boy, especially the ball boy. He's moving for balls. Who's ye picky? Just don't you dare make it under 18, honey. Under 18 with income under $40,000 a year, hang it up. He doesn't want it. He wants to live in the lap of luxury. Preferably have it against his ample backside, that is. God knows it's ample enough. But I